because we know that oftentimes governments come, governments go, but one thing that has been constant since our democracy is that anytime a government goes out, there is an issue for EFCC to work on. And so there has been current allegations, EFCC giving us a whole lot of information about how many governors are currently being investigated, and to the fact that the total sum that governors, since 2015 has been able to steal from our national coffers is in trillions.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what is your understanding of this whole matter as it were?
Yeah, statistics says that in the last 6 months, EFCC have recovered more than 20 billion.
Wow. From different government officials.
Somebody says that the kind of money they steal from Nigeria, if you steal it in UK,
you collapse.
By now, you would have been so.
So there must be something going for us as a nation. And I will tell you, I like the strategy of EFCC this time around. Before they make an announcement, the first thing they will do is to catch you, okay, and begin to extract the money from you. So it's when they have extracted so much from you that they will now announce to the world, which is, for me, I think is a good strategy. And in those days they will now say, I like also the body language of Mr. President. That's not his department. We have Olukayode, who is in that department and who is supposed to recover that money. So even if they catch you now, whether you are APC or you are ACP or you are PDP
or PDP APC
or you are PDP APC, so far you have Nigeria's money with you. Let EFCC go and
get the money,
recover the money. In those days they will not say it's selective. They call it selective recovery in those days, but nobody is talking about that now. Okay, the moment I've known 1 or 2 persons. They are in the hands of EFCC. They have not yet made an announcement. Okay?
Yes.
They check, they do forensic audit on your account, on your phone, on your laptop, to know where the movement of these monies are. And the moment they are able to establish that, then they take as much. And that's why in the space of 6 months, 120 billion, not million, has been recovered. And of course, there are pending cases. The former governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, they are currently allocating him for about 4 billion naira. Okay, this is heartbreaking, and it brings me to the fact that look, most times what happens is that the money that are supposed to be used to take care of the people, the governors are stealing it, and not only stealing it, they are celebrating.
Of course.
Recently, you want to go and see a governor, you can't see him because he's a governor. This was a man who you were reading newspaper together in the newspaper style. Now, because he has access to government's money, he has suddenly become a solution provider. So we have a situation of Willie Obiano, 4 billion. Sadia Umar Farouk, 37.1 billion. You have the figures.
Then you will not be asking yourself, who is Sadiq?
Who is Sadiq?
Yes. Why did she get access to that of money?
Then you have Hadi Sirika.
And yes, I know that one. I think it was a case ready to happen. Everybody knows that because you can't just bring an aircraft for wash. They say you have to wash.
And you pay so much.
And you pay so much.
You have your brother who was working in the service.
Yes.
Okay? And it was even alleged that he asked his brother to go and resign. The brother said no, he wants to be a PAMSEC. He used his company, he used his daughter's company, his in-laws company. Those were what they were using to siphon Nigerian money. Because they never knew that it will get to a time of accountability. 8 billion that we're talking about that he has alleged that he has stolen.
Actually, what I think Nigeria should have known that's going to be a problem with it was Minister of State for Transport. Before the crazy aviation out of it. Separately for him. When aviation was there.
To chop.
So that
and it was chopping.
That means we take Nigerians for the ride all the time.
Yeah.
Why create aviation out of transportation and give to one person who was Minister of State?
Just imagine this kind of things happen in America.
No.
Is it possible?
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
And you now have the Emefiele
4.5 billion
naira
being
and
alleged.
2.8 billion US dollars.
Alleged, but still counting. Because it's a criminal. Somebody said he collected money on his behalf for contracts in dollars. So what they allege that? And then everything, like he said, everything is trying this time because we are already in their care, in their custody, before they come out that this is the amount that they are holding.
The one that
Pastors are even involved.
Imam,
Pastors, the imams are involved.
the one that is giving them headache is our friend.
The white lion.
Somebody say the white lion is on the run.
How
80.25 billion.
for a governor of that particular state, this state, that
As
when
wretched-
you
as
pass
wretched-
that state,
to my good friends, I don't mean to denigrate anybody,
No,
but
no.
the state is as wretched as anything.
Yeah, for a long time, they were unable to pay salaries of staff. I mean, I can tell you now, when you go to Kogi State, they are still owing them like 2-3 months salary for the workers that have worked for his wages. And if you dare say something, you might be eliminated. You might be eliminated. And here we are, people talk about immunity right now. And, the blessed memory, last Yaradua,
yeah.
who was canvassing them that, look, we don't need
You don't need
immunity.
immunity.
Okay? So we're getting to that stage right now to say, okay, except it has to do with something, but when it has to do with corruption, there is nothing like immunity. And even if there is immunity, there should be power of investigation while you are
In office.
okay, so that your sentencing can happen
As quickly as possible.
when you are in government. Then when you leave government, you go to go and serve your term. They are accusing Yahaya Bello now of 80.25 billion. So what happens that ordinarily Yahaya Bello was a civil servant. He was working with fiscal commission. Fiscal commission. That's where he was working. His
As an
salary,
accountant.
so his probably was 120,000.
Let's give him 150.
When we look at the recruitment process, like when I was working in the private sector, I was trying to change job. At a point in time, my salary was 60,000. But the new position I applied for, they were paying them about 250,000. And they told me that, look, Godfrey, we cannot lift you off from
60 to 250.
to 250. It will be a shock on you. Okay? And that, look, we appreciate your skills, we will recruit you and pay you 120 and move you gradually, which makes a lot of sense. Because a man who does not have access to money, all of a sudden, you now put a state allocation going to his, the man he will be confused. And that's what happened to the young boy at Albino. Not too young to rule. So not too young to rule, they were happy that, look, the young people are coming up.
Yes.
Young people, I mean, when the military head of state, they were 29, 31 years old that were president of the state. Here you are at 30-something, 40-something, you became governor, and you cannot be like a shining example to others. And now you're on the run. And now look at what even happened. Dodo, who is the current governor, because he had immunity, took out somebody who is under investigation. You took him
Who's about
out.
to be arrested.
So which that in itself is another problem. So it means that because you have immunity, you can afford to take people out. So you can see that, that's why my wife came to a conclusion that Nigeria is working.
Okay,
Because a lot of things that are happening in the world, that cannot happen in the world, are happening here in Nigeria. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Now, what do you think, like you have proposed a solution, that why you empower, that's all right, immunity is there, but you can be investigated.
Yes.
And then go to court, get judgment.
Yes.
And then, but is it that our laws are not good enough to take care of these things?
I mean, just imagine that it was police that prevented EFCC from arresting a sitting governor. And from a former governor.
And accused.
Can you just imagine that?
And we have a situation where the same police IG is now suggesting or recommending that they should domesticate both EFCC and road safety Under the police.
The police are, they were the one that was saying that when they wanted to create road safety, they said no. Same thing with civil defense. They are now saying bring them together.
Let them come under the police.
So that's a major headache for us that we need to deal with. The police how to even give instruction to the people guiding him.
To arrest him.
To deliver this person.
To arrest him. This corruption now. Are we saying the laws that we have are not good enough to think of all this?
No. It is the people that are executing the laws that we have that are the problem. Not the laws.
How will somebody steal 18 billion while in office?
It's
I
criminal.
remember he borrowed money from the selling bank.
What
That's around this figure.
Yeah,
It's around this figure. That means he took off. I let them know.
No, they were not being paid, sir. Salary was not being paid.
Yes.
Salary was not being paid. No infrastructure, nothing was going on. Okay.
But again, the issue now is what of we, the people? Before we come back to EFCC and commendation for EFCC.
Yeah, let me tell you where we, the people, come in. If you watch the clips of his arrest or his
attempt to arrest,
you will discover that some set of young people have already mobilized to take side with him because they are from his own side of the country. So that means that they are not bothered about the state. That's the Nigerian state now.
Or even the Kogi state as
You understand what I'm saying now? He's our brother as far as he's concerned. Leave him alone. What about the police that is guiding him?
And
don't forget that he had a female
the first one.
He had a female Audi in 8 years of this. One person. That means that in the space of 8 years, that person was not transferred. So you are talking about the effect of the people. So we will now say that the people are even taking side with him. You had a female Mopo that served with him for 8 years. So it means that that person was not transferred to another station. So it means that he has Kolobi, let me use the Nigerian language now. He has Kolobi that police. And who is that police loyal to?
To him. But it's not just the police inspector, it is the police hierarchy that allowed the lady to remain with him. So these are the issues we're talking about regulatory capture.
Yeah.
It is not just the individual that they capture the police hierarchy.
Yes, that's right. We should not forget that some lawyers now came up, young lawyers, and protested that yes, is not the one strike. They are lawyers from the suicide. Those lawyers will go for and they were all over the country, all over the TV talking about it that EFCC head were trying to arrest him. Well, so still a judgment from the police court that he should not be arrested for anything. So how do you now place regulation? ABA cannot help us. Young lawyers who are coming up cannot help us.
So it also sums up to the issue of culture. What is our
accepted it as
yes?
That's okay.
Yes.
This is our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
This culture of is not a thief until it's not from my place.
I suspect very soon you will get appointments. One of the things that you would encounter, it's your people will come to say, look, it's our turn. This is our turn. So if you don't steal for them, you're your own.
That's all. Yeah. So let's, as we wrap up this edition, we want to thank you. But quickly, your last words on the levy, the cybersecurity levy, going forward.
It is ill-timed. It's a good act, but it is ill-timed. Okay? And governments, they say it's a listening government. I want to encourage you, reverse it and do the right thing. There are quite a number of internal things that you need to do that will affect the life and livelihood of the human beings, or the people that you are governing. And once that begins to work, then you can throw all manner of bill at them. But right now they cannot pay because you just remove subsidy. Gas is gone up. Right now, electricity is gone up. Okay? And climate change is affecting the people as a result of the fact that the environment is very hot right now. So allow the people to breathe. Okay? So that you too, you can breathe.
Yes. And taking from blueberries, In fact, almost all these legs that were brought up in Nigerians is not allowing us to breathe. I don't see anybody that will say it's pleased that those legs are coming and need to at us. Because, and mind you, we still have to pay school fees.
I tell you.
They are charged every time. To pay school fees. The school, you can't even blame them because they are buying from the same market. They are buying chalk, they are paying teachers who are aggrieved that salary is not enough. So all these things government needs to find a way to make Nigerians happy. Our prayer is that they will listen as we suspect and do something about it.
Yeah, so as we wrap up, we want to thank you so much for staying with us. Don't forget to share this video so that other people will also have access to this information and get comforted in knowing that there is a group of people that is offering government free service in providing them recommendation on how to go forward. And we are hopeful that very soon they will pick up these recommendations and begin to work with them so that things can be better for you and I. And also, don't forget, this information affects your business. We're also hoping that as you take in this information, you will see areas that you can learn and adjust in your business so that you can continue to grow. We'll come your way again next time. Keep staying to this channel and keep inviting your friends to watch this channel with you and share the links with them until we come your way.